Well, hello, everyone. Happy December 10th. Oh my goodness. 15 days took it just, wow, 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 wow. And here we are in the final sprint of the end of the year. And I'm so glad that we keep sharing about Park Lane every single Wednesday night. We are on here because now is the perfect time to get started. I mean, it's always the perfect time to get started in Park Lane, but I think back to 5 years ago when I was starting my Park Lane journey, and I started on December 6th. So this is a very, very good time to get started. And the beauty of a tax write-off, any jewelry that you've bought this year, you can write it off as part of your business. Like, it is just such a win-win. But hats off if you are here tonight live or you are watching the replay. Um, I call you an out-of-the-box thinker, like someone who's willing to just kind of mix it up a little bit and like explore the what if. What if you could turn this into something? What if? What if? And I'm going to tell you, you're going to need a secret word later. Christy, remind me this what secret word is. What if? It just came to me right here and now. Well, my name is Jill Ross, and yes, I've been part of Park Lane for 5 years, but I've been in the direct sales industry for 27. I did start when I was 12, which is not true. I was an officer in the military. I was actually in the Coast Guard when I went to my first jewelry party, and my eyeballs went like this. Because I had my pearl post earrings I could wear to work in my uniform and my dangly elephant earrings that were my fun earrings for the weekend. That was my entire jewelry box. And I remember sitting there and just being in awe of, and I loved the idea of jewelry, but I hadn't grown up in the South. My mama, if it wasn't on blue light special at Kmart, she didn't buy it. Like, it just, I didn't know when. Then I joined the military, so that, nobody's going to teach you how to wear jewelry there. And I just remember thinking, wow. And somehow she talked me into having a party. And I didn't do parties. I don't know why I didn't do them, but I wasn't, but thank goodness she was a type A gal from Philly and was able to convince me to have a party 2 weeks before the party. I called her to cancel, you guys. I don't know if I ever told you that. 2 weeks before, because I was too busy. And I was getting cold feet. The what if? What if nobody came? What if it was a flop and I've wasted this woman's time? And she, again, my type A friend, Hope Sherman, she said, Jill, I just need one more show to get into the 25 Home Show Club. Back in our previous company, had that little contest. And I said, okay, which I just think I was willing to do something for a woman I barely knew versus myself. And I just sat there and listened and watched her. And I had two friends at work that were asking me lots of questions about the jewelry business. And they were also women in the military. And they're like, Jill, both of them decided they were going to sign up. And I was like, well, I'm not a dummy. I better sign up and I'll put them in under me. Those girls, they did their launch party. That was it. But they were the catalyst I needed to just rip the Band-Aid off. I won't lie. I really dabbled for 2 years. Like, I didn't have any time to my name. We were living outside of Washington, D.C. I had an hour commute each way into the city, and I was coming home to a 13-month-old. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, except God did. And that nudge that he gave me, and really the catalyst to actually do something with the jewelry, was pregnant with baby number 2. And we looked at the cost of daycare for the two, the newborn and the 2.5-year-old. And my take home pay was going to be $2,000. And I looked at Matt and I said, if I had some time to put at this jewelry thing, I could make $2,000 a month. And y'all, I have. And then some. Quite see, my husband was a stay-at-home dad for 5 years because of this industry. So I get a little passionate, and I just think, what if I had not taken that completely? Y'all, have a master's degree in math. Like, I had no business starting a jewelry business. And to look back and to see what God has done. We've added a few more kids. Do you guys want to sneak peek on the Christmas card? We've added a few more kids to the mix. My 2 oldest just had babies this summer. My number 3 is engaged. number 4, and number 5. Well, then we adopted, obviously, number 4, number 6, and number 7. And that is my husband and I when we went to visit oldest baby who lives in England. Yes, this is the York, the what do they call it? The Moors. Anyway, it was beautiful, absolutely stunningly beautiful. And so my why literally just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And now with that grandbaby on the other side of the pond, it is all I can do to not go over on a monthly basis. So now I'm selling jewelry to buy plane tickets. So I just that what if. And so as you're sitting here at the end of 2025, contemplating how this year has gone, what things you loved about this year, what things you want to change before we go into next year, it is just the perfect time to sit and just for the next, what time do we have here? In the next 20 minutes to give you the idea of what if with Park Lane. And of all the companies that you could be a part of. And 5 years ago, the jewelry company that I'd been with, Premier Designs, for 22 years, announced on December 1st they were closing their doors. And y'all, I really thought, my days in direct sales, it's been a good run. I'll go find something else to do. And my husband lovingly reminded me how many children we have and that I need ultimate flexibility. I need to drive my own schedule because I am that sports mom who hates to miss. Last season, we had 160 basketball games on the calendar. And to be able to work my jewelry business in and around that and still provide for the family has just been such the most amazing blessing. But I say that with 5 years ago, I mean, I could have joined any direct sales company. And let me tell you, people were calling. They knew what I had done in my previous company. And I knew this was the model that I wanted to continue with. And so it just, I picked Park Lane and I have not regretted it for an instant. If anything, it has been the fastest 5 years ever, right, ladies? That have been on this journey with us. I cannot believe it's been 5 years. And Park Lane is the most innovative. Oh my goodness. Anyway, all right. So I'm going to tell you about the 3 P's of Park Lane: our people, our product, and our programs. The people of Park Lane. Park Lane's been around since 1955. We just celebrated our 70th year. Y'all, that was so important to me. I wanted to be with a company that was tried and true, that knew how to navigate all the economic turmoil of the time. And you think 1955, y'all, that is Disney and McDonald's. That is the longevity of Park Lane. Park Lane is debt free. That was very important to me, that it was very financially sound. And the company is run on the premise that they would only take 2% of the profits for themselves, the owners. They reinvest 98% of the money that is coming in back into us, back into the marketing, back into the product, back into the company. So when I start talking about the programs of Park Lane, and you're like, how can Park Lane afford to give all of that away? It's because 98% of it is going back in. Park Lane is a family-owned and operated company. The couple that started the company in 2002 sold it to 3 of their sons. And those 3 sons, those 3 brothers are still running it today. And I love what they each bring to the mix and the brilliant, brilliant mind that they have. In fact, our CEO, back in 1985, he went to his mom and said, "Hey, Mom, can I get a loan?" And she said, "Son, I got something better for you." And she handed him a jewelry kit. And y'all, he went out and built $1 million organization in 1985, millions back in the day himself. So when Scott looks us in the eyes and says, "We will never go affiliate," we can trust him. He understands the power of field leadership. He understands what we do intimately, like no other CEO that I have ever heard of in direct sales, with how they work, run the company and operate the company. So you truly can have. And I don't think the man sleeps. He is constantly, we still new and fresh ideas and contest this and contest that. If you like winning free stuff, you should come over here because we win so much free stuff. We can't even remember what we did to win the free stuff. right? You're like, how did I get this? I don't remember. It's so fun though. All right, let's talk the product. Jewelry is the perfect product to sell. Number one, it's visual. You don't have to wear my earrings for 30 days to see if they're going to work for you. Like that right there. I'm not trying to match skin tones online. Like, you like the earrings? Yay. You don't like the earrings? Let's exchange it for something else, or we can even refund your money. I love that it's lightweight and easy to ship around. I love it. I'm getting ready to have my big annual holiday sample sale. My gently worn pieces, people love to buy them at half price, which is still more than I paid for them. And I love to take that money and buy new jewelry. So it is the win-win versus, my gently used muffin tin. It just doesn't work quite the same. And then the shipping it around. I mean, I've never spent more than $5 to mail jewelry clear across the country. And we are a full service line of jewelry, which means there is something for everyone in our collection. So when you look at the line and you think, oh, I would never wear that piece or that piece or that piece, that's a good thing. If every single item in the collection was something that you loved, then it would be your style. And that would mean we're leaving out some other people's styles. So I love that about our jewelry. There's truly, down to the tiny pearl post studs that my military officer friends can wear in uniform. We work with 27 different designers, which is really what allows us to keep this huge variety of jewelry. We've got 2 big lines a year that drop, but then Park Lane is constantly dropping new jewelry, always giving our customers a reason to come back. We have an infinite guarantee on the jewelry. This is very important on any product that you're going to rep. Otherwise, anything goes wrong with it, and you're going to feel like you need to back it. So I love that Park Lane takes care of that for us. Anytime in the first 120 days, if anything happens to it, the baby yanks it off your neck and into tiny little pieces. Park Lane's going to replace it for free. What company does that? After that, anytime anything happens to it, Park Lane's going to replace it for $10 plus shipping, get you a brand new piece. Until the piece, once the piece is pulled out of the line, they'll give you credit for what you paid for it for something else for up to a year after that piece is no longer in the collection. So I love that. Love, love, love that. All right, last but not least, our programs. And this is truly what sets Park Lane apart, are these programs. So we have our customer program, which are our buy 2 items at full price. Your next 4 items are half price. And those 2 items at full price are your 2 least expensive. I don't know of another retailer that does that. In fact, if you know of one, please let me know, because I like shopping like that. It is fun. Buy 2, get 4. Then quite often, in fact, for the 5 years that I've been with Park Lane, at least 1 item, anything in the collection for $35 when you spend $90. So those higher end pieces. So initially when I looked at Park Lane, I was like, oh, wow, the price point's a little bit higher than what I was used to. But with our buy 2, get 4, with our bonus items, I tell my customers it's like shopping at Costco. You buy in bulk and you get a really good deal on really great quality things. Then our Hostess program. Oh my goodness, our Hostess program. I love. Hey, Martika, glad you're here, my friend. Our Hostess plan, with any company that you partner with, the power of that Hostess plan, essentially what Park Lane is doing is they are bribing our hostesses to introduce us to their friends. Like, that is just the super highway of connection. So if you feel like you don't know a lot of people, I didn't know a lot of people either. And you just meet them because you meet one person and she introduces you to 10. And then one of those gals has a party. There's 10 more and 10 more and 10 more. And then with Park Lane constantly dropping new things, your customers are coming back to order. Like, I'm seeing repeat business like I never saw in my previous company, for sure. And that Hostess plan, our average hostess gets $400 in free jewelry. Plus, she gets the 4 items at half price without having to buy anything at full price. And she always gets at least 1 bonus item. That's that $35 item, anything in the collection. It just, and the most it cost us as a stylist is $9 to give her all of that free jewelry. It's really fun. I've had them like in tears picking out jewelry. Last but not least, our stylist program. So here's where Park Lane spoils us ridiculously. Like I said, free jewelry coming everywhere, everywhere, every which way. We have what we call our Rich Rewards program. There's 5 levels of Rich Rewards. You can hit it every single month. Every single month, there's $1,200 worth of jewelry, most of it your choice of jewelry on the table for you to earn. So I love as a leader in this industry and in Park Lane that I coach my gals. Let's hit our RC1 every month. That's $250, your choice of jewelry every single month that you hit it. It's just so, we joke that the only thing better than Park Lane jewelry is free Park Lane jewelry. Truly, truly. Plus, we have no credit card processing fees. So I love Park Lane takes care of processing those credit cards. Any business I submit by midnight on Wednesdays, I usually see my commission hit my account on Friday afternoons. Um, we have 2 luxury travel trips a year. We just wrapped up our earning for a trip to Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Like, oh my goodness. Back in August, I was in Zurich, Switzerland. Like, it has just been so fun. I just for working your business. We have a Mercedes Carp Club. Again, just for working your business. If you decide, nah, I don't want to drive the Mercedes, then take the $500 a month bonus. That's very pay off the Toyota. You could do that too. And yes, on top of all of this, we make money. So we make between 30 and 50% commission, one of the highest in all of the direct sales spaces. And with that 30 to 50%, when you come in Park Lane as a fashion stylist, we call you, with each promotion, you go up another 5% up to 50. And in Park Lane, you never go backwards. So you get promoted to branch, which is you bring one person in under you. That's your first promotion, puts you to branch at 35%. And you stay there until you promote to area, which is adding 3 more people to your team. Now you're at 40% with 4 people on your team. And now you can qualify on earning overrides and commission on the gals on your team as well. And we are paid infinitely deep on our downlines. So that, as someone who'd been in the industry for a long time, I loved that. And I understood the power and the importance of that. Now, if you have current or previous direct sales experience, we definitely need to talk. Park Lane wants to look at bringing you in at a level equivalent to where you were at your current or previous direct sales company. So especially if you have built a team, definitely need to talk. So after 22 years in my previous company, we had worked our way almost to the tippy top. And I loved that Park Lane recognized and rewarded that previous level of experience. Like the civilian, the real world would, right? You don't go start back at the bottom just because you changed companies. So I love that was recognized. We have 3 levels that you can get started at. You can come in for $129. That gets you $500, your choice of jewelry. Then we do what we call a launch party for you. And that's where you kind of look a lot like the hostess. You're playing the role of the hostess for the most part. You're going to get to pick out all that hostess free and half price and bonus item jewelry until it comes time to get paid. And now all of that commission from that launch party is yours. Our goal with our new stylists is to have $1,000 launch party. In Park Lane language, that gets you you become a qualified stylist. And so boom, out of the gate, 30% commission on that launch party. So I don't know about you, but if that would make a difference in your budget, at the end of that launch party, if you're like, you know what, this was not for me. Thanks, but no thanks. Okay. The jewelry is yours. The money is yours. Keep it, sell it, give it away. We just love for you to, what if you loved it? What if it was, the jewelry that took over your jewelry box? Christy, I love your expressions. What if this turned into something? Let me tell you, we are having a blast over here. So if you could use some extra fun in your life, you have found the right team. If you could use some extra fashion in your life, it's amazing the gravitational pull of a great pair of earrings. For me back in the day, suddenly it was the burp stain t-shirt was not so cute. It just kind of worked its way all the way down. If you could use some friends in your life, we are the most amazing group, you guys. I love our energy. I love how we have figured out how to have a team that is nationwide. We hang out on Zoom a lot. We have lots of training available. So if you have been part of a direct sales company before and just felt like you didn't have the level of success that you had wanted or you had hoped for, here's where I think the company that you partner with is so important. But the team that you partner with in that company, I just think is almost as important. The encouragement, the motivation, the inspiration, the systems that are tried and true that we teach them to you. So you are in business for yourself, but you are not in business by yourself. And it just, obviously I'm sold. Did I forget anything, Christy? Oh, the secret word. The secret word is what if. Thank you. Thank you. Christy's going to post in the chat. We've got a little survey for you to fill out. It will not take longer than 30 seconds, I promise. Fill it in tonight, just so you're done with it. I am going to post the replay for anyone who missed the replay, and they've got until Thursday night to take that survey. And any questions?
What was that secret word again, Jill?
What if?
Okay.
What if? I know. Like, I just think it is such a win-win, right, Nikki? Like $129. You are going to make that money back at your launch party. You're going to get all that free jewelry. Like, if you decide you don't like it, you don't have to stick around.
You don't lose anything. You don't lose anything at all. Nothing.
You know,
And then you still have all of the great jewelry. So yeah, you don't lose anything.
Totally. Usually my secret word is win-win because it's such a win-win. Why not, especially do your launch party this week? Your friends are holiday shopping. They might as well shop with you at your party. Oh my goodness, ladies. Well, thank you so much for hanging out here with me tonight. It was so great to see your lovely faces, and reach out, guests, if you do have any other questions, and we can get those answered. And
thank you, Marquita, for popping on.
Happy birthday, Belinda.
Thank y'all.
Happy birthday. I love the birthday crown. That is the best. All right, girls. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.